here we are with our doors from S&P Panels. We're now about to get them prepared to put some weather seal around the side. We're going to go around with some 180 grit, obviously to help the weather seal key in, the silicone stuff, and obviously to just give the galvanizer a quick clean so the primer will fit okay, or key in okay, you know, it's just for a key. You can see there S&P Panels have already put some sealer between what they've done. I mean, they are very good products. I'm really pleased with S&P, to be honest with you. SP Panels, great products, really are some of the best. There you can see us all nice and clean and ready to go. So we've just got to remove that SP sticker. See here, it's nice and keyed in, ready to go. Nice superb doors. You see there we've also got a little bit of scotch, so we're going around it with a bit of scotch as well. And we'll also give the inside of the door on the aluminium a bit of a scotch just to help the primer bind and the paint. And there on the outside of the door we're just gone over with a bit of scotch as well, and that will also help the paint key and the primer key in, and obviously the paint over top. So that'll be a good product. And here you can see we are putting the weather seal around, and that there it is complete, and that'll really how you do doors correctly, especially for Land Rovers. We need to prevent any rust, and S&P have already done a good job to prevent that as well. So overall, really pleased with SP Panels. And there you can see it again, we've done the other back door, nicely sealed. It'll be a superb job when they're painted. Right, here we are back at the Land Rover. You can see we've done them doors, we're preparing them. They're from S&P Panels. They are very good doors actually, and they put them together very well. They put sealant in between the bits and pieces before they put the door on, and we've just improved on that before we're going to paint them. And you know, that's what's got to be done really. I mean, you can see on my 90 that people didn't seal around the doors, and yeah, that's alright when they're painted, but you might as well try and prevent rust as much as possible. But we're back at the Land Rover, and we'll see if we can get this last piece of headliner in. Hopefully it won't be too bad. I mean, we seem to have lots of trouble with the clips, but we'll give that a go. I actually sort of wish I never put that one in the middle there really, just to support it, because that's not in great. But what I have done this time is made sure these holes are slightly bigger, because that might be one of the issues with me getting these clips in. So we'll give it a go and see what happens. Once again to give them a bit of a trim to get them a start in the hole, and hopefully then we can knock them in. Obviously you've got to try and keep them square, but you can see here they just don't seem to want to go in again, and the holes are plenty big enough, so we'll have another go. Still don't know the best way to get these in, but they seem to have gone in now, apart from this one. So I couldn't tell you the best way to get them in, you just got to keep persevering with it. But we'll see if we can get these back two in. Well, we seem to have got them in. This one in very well. This one eventually went in quite well. This one isn't great. That don't seem to matter how hard I hit them, but these ones have gone in not too bad. That's just I can't fathom it. Maybe because they're cheap shit. They're all different sizes, you see. So maybe that's it. But I tried trimming them. Sometimes they go in, sometimes they don't. So I don't know. Don't know what the answer is. So you can see there, no matter how hard you hit it, that just ain't going to go all the way in, you see. Even though they are in the hole. I think that's a matter of getting them very square, but we do. But I mean, you can't really hit it harder than that. That's ridiculous. So maybe they're just cheap shit, and You might be better off buying more expensive ones, but you see that now took hold. You just got to keep persevering, unfortunately. But I suppose ain't looking too bad. That sort of stiffs up there all right. There's the crease that we had. Now what we've got to do about this bit, I think that's supposed to tuck behind there, you see. We tuck that behind this upright, and that might be alright then. So we'll see if we can do that to improve this bit along here. Obviously, I think there's another hole possibly that you can have in this bit here. I see a hole there, so maybe there's supposed to be a clip there. We missed a hole out or something. Yeah, we need to do something to make that sit tight up there. There is a hole behind that there, so maybe that need a clip in there. But it wasn't there originally, which seemed a bit strange. Unless we make a little bracket up off that bolt, just to hold it up. Could do that one. I've actually ordered another two of these clips, even though I've got these in a bit better now, because I might change some of them out that aren't fitting quite that well. But I've just made this little bracket up just to hold that up. I think if I paint it black you won't really notice. So I'll do the same to the other side there. That's better than nothing, I suppose. Yeah, I've done the same to this side as well. A little clip there, we can paint that black if you want to see it. Seems to have done the job. As for the clips, I've ordered 20 so far, and you need 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, 15, 16, 17. Oh yeah, 18. So you need about 20. Maybe I've ordered more than 20. Oh yeah, I've ordered 40. I've ordered 40 clips so far. And I've damaged 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, maybe more. But you can see there's one missing there. That one's not in very well, but I've got another 10 coming. That should be alright. Well, I might have to do a little bit of something to this side. If you remember, this is the side that was a little bit damaged and we repaired, so it's not as stiff as it should be. We might have to just put some kind of little bracket on one of those bolts up there just to hold that back, but that doesn't look too bad. You can see there. And hopefully our little bracket here won't affect the door rubber, which I don't think it will, so not too bad. Right, so I'm getting the doors ready, as you know, so I can put the door seals in this, like they're at home. So in the meantime, I'm going to do a bit more work on the 90, sound deadening, because we've got all the stuff to do it. So we'll start from there now. So we put this bit of trim in the other day. It's a little thing, but what we might as well do is put some foam on the ceiling, because it does make, you can already hear the difference. So we'll get some foam in there as well. I don't know about, we're not going to buy a headliner or anything. I might put some carpet in there maybe, but if we cut the foam nice and neatly, that will look okay anyway, I think. I'm going to just quickly point something out where we have made a mistake. Where I've clipped these in is actually where the sun visor should go. This particular Landrover could have never had sun visors, unfortunately, because I can't remember ever taking them out, and I haven't got them. So you're supposed to have sun visors on them, hence the reason that them clips didn't really go in there very well. So they are, with the mistake. And if you look in the 90, you can see the sun visors. So I'm going to have to get some sun visors by the looks of it. I'm going to start here in the back. This cheaper stuff was 1 metre wide. We do need around 1200 to go there, so we're going to end up about here, which I think a joint here you wouldn't really notice. So we'll get this bit stuck up, what we've just cut, in there. There we are, that's the first bit in. Covers that whole side, and there's that gap I was going to say what we'd be left with, but you're not going to really notice that right back in the back here, you see. And I was thinking that I might put some of that carpet felt over and then use these because I'm going to have loads of clips left over. We could use these holes just to hold up some carpet maybe and glue it on the sides, but we'll have to have a look at that at the time. We'll just say what I've been doing, you probably know anyway. I take the first edge off and then stick it along and then pull the rest of the tape off as it goes. Obviously we've got to just give that a clean, so stick oil. Yeah. Thinking about using as a headliner is this carpet what I used. I think if that went across, probably look alright. And it's only £10 for enough to do it. So I just ripped that edge off there, and then we'll stick that up to this joint here. Obviously we're going to leave this bit open. This bit here will be left open, the joint will go up to here, the same as it is here. Stick that across there, and then we'll be able to stick it the rest of the way. So you see, you stick it like that, and then we can peel the rest of the paper off and slowly work it to where we need it. You can see there, we can sit here, slowly work it back and get it nice where it needs to be. See what I'm doing here, making sure I follow nicely to this edge at the front there, and just slowly take the paper off and work it back towards myself so it's nice and neat. And you can see here we're just working it from the other side now, nice and neat, making sure we don't get no bubbles in it. It's a bit hard to take a video recording from inside here. There we are, that's them two bits done there. Obviously we've got to fill this back bit in, which I don't think will be a problem. There must have been a hole in the roof there, look. And the fronts will be easy because obviously they're smaller sections and we can cut them neatly and just stick them straight in. So I wanted joints to be up here. Unfortunately we didn't get it too well there, but other than that it's not too bad. And you can see here we're measuring everything out nicely, cutting it with the scissors to try and get a good finish, because we don't know if we're going to put a headliner in or not. What I've done with this bit is just set it in place, and then I'm going to peel that edge off, stick it nicely, and then proceed to, pull the rest off from behind. We've done all we can to the roof. I'm still considering doing that bit because we've got a whole box of doo-doo bootil and another box of foam, so we may as well carry on. So this is the last little bit that I need to hand paint. That's just for the fuel filler, cover that goes inside the rear tub. So I've straightened it up, it was really bent up. We'll give it a quick paint over and then I'll be ready to fit when we eventually get the rear tub on. Over there somewhere at some point. Right, well I know I've been doing bits of the 90, bits of the 130, and you might not like that, but there's a bit of a mixture video today, unfortunately. Just doing bits and pieces. Like I say, I'm still in two minds whether to soundproof the sides of the 90. Let me know what you think. Obviously we're continuing with the 130 as much as possible, getting the doors done. That's quite interesting. The process of the doors is the correct way to do it, because on the 90 that wasn't done, and I can show you actually. You can see here, look, no seal has been put in, which is not a big deal until you get down here, look. And you can see a bit of rust showing, and that seal we put in will prevent that. Mind you, this is steel and not galvanised, but that's why we put that sealant in on the new doors for the 130, because that's just the right way to do it, you see. And this hasn't been done correctly really. So watch that video, because that's the right way to do Landrover doors. Thanks for watching as always. Tomorrow I'll probably try and put these door rubbers in. Still yet decided whether to do the soundproofing on the side of the 90. I know you've had two different Land Rovers in the same video this time, but if you want it separated, let me know. Thanks for watching, like and subscribe.